Hi everyone, so today we'll be looking at this new set that Diamond Press has brought to HSN for the January 28th craft show. It is the stamp and die set called Hummingbird, so you know it's going to be gorgeous. So let's open this guy up. They did send this item free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. You know, it supports the channel, keeps it going, keeps me here being able to make the videos for you guys. So thank you for that support. Again, with HSN and YouTube, it might be embedded in the video, but definitely in the description box, okay? Ooh, let's check this out. Ooh, there's a lot in here. Okay, so 2 big stamp sets. Of course, you have your standard issue items. You have your A2 size sticky sheets with an applicator, with instruction on how to use them, with a cutting folder for the marquee. And we have, look at the dies. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, let's look at this, because I can see there's like a wing that's like separate, so let's see what we're doing with this guy. Hummingbird instruction sheet. So you have the embellished hummingbird with stamps and dies. So you have the stamp, your basic hummingbird, and then the die for that. If you want to do the wings, you would have different layers. So you have the layer, you have another one that has a stamp layer to it. And you can also have like a little belly and little cute things that you can add to the hummingbird if you want to do that. The second one, I don't know, yeah, it's a little bit smaller, I think, than this guy. Has also a wing embellishment with a little bit of stamping, and then the little tummy and, you know, accents to the feathers and all that kind of stuff. The little tail. You have a beautiful bouquet of like flowers, or like a little mix of flowers, a kind of a corner arch kind of looking one with the die. Those are stamps. Butterfly stamps, you know, side profile, a little bee, and then the dies that go along with those. Another little cluster of flowers here, and then you have all these other ones that are kind of like background, maybe scene builder type things, or just, you know, sprigs that you want to add here and there. So some silhouette types, little butterflies, this kind have some layers, so like little bells or little berries there. This one has like little flowers, kind of like a lupine, maybe lavender kind of thing. This one has a very wildflower look to it. Little flowers there, little baby's breath. Live life in full bloom. Enjoy the little things. You know, I want to fly by to say hi. Do small things with great love. Things like this. Lots of sentiments, but I just read a few. And then your inspo. Very cute. I love that background. So let's take a look at this. Well, let's see here. So again, I mean, they're just a good size. They're big stamp sheets. I love the colored carriers. It gives a lot of inspo already with maybe how you want to, the kind of colors you might want to work with. Again, huge sentiments, actually. I don't know if you can see that. And then these guys. And then over here we have the dies. Again, for the flowers. And we talked about it in the introduction there. 3.5 inches by like maybe 2.5. I mean, it's kind of hard to, I don't know which angle, like 2.25 by 3.5 for your birds, and then everything else is kind of around that sizing. So what I'm going to do is just get started. Let me grab a card base, some papers, some inks, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's start by making our card base. And I already have a piece here that is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score it at 4.25 for an A2 size card base. That's what we're working with today. And then I'm going to stamp on this blue paper with those silhouette looks. So let's just put that there. Oh, my paper must be a little bit crooked because it really didn't take that very well. There we go. This paper is actually 4 inches wide. So I'm going to cut it at 5 3/8. I'm actually going to cut a little bit more than that because the top of this paper is a little bit beat up. So I'm going to cut that off, and then 5 3/8. Actually, you know what? Lies. 5 1/4. Because I think this paper is already 4 inches wide. So I want a quarter all around smaller already. Let's just make sure of that. Yeah, it's 4 inches. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then, like I said, this card base was kind of not quite where I need it to be. Let me see if I can. You know what happened? That's what happened. I probably used that for a matte layer, so I cut it at 5 3/8. So this was longer than 5.5 inches, you know? Okay, so there we go. We have that. And then I'm going to cut this one, some silver, like why not? 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. But those are the matte layers I like. And if you want, you know, precious papers like this and you don't want to just hide it with a matte layer, you can definitely gut the inside of it And I'll tell you what that means. So 4 1/8 in this direction. If you don't like 1/8 inch matte layers, you can definitely do like, again, 5 1/4 by 4 or 4 by 5 1/4. And then the next one can be 1/4 inch smaller than that. So 5 by 3 3/4. So you can just take an X-Acto knife. Yeah, so you can take an X-Acto knife and just cut the center out of it. Just run it through there and leave yourself a nice little area. And then all you do is when you put the blue paper on top, no one's ever going to see that that middle part is taken out. Okay, so there's that. But before I glue that down, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. And then we're going to do some stamping on that blue with some black ink. And just so it kind of falls behind. You can do tone on tone also. If you really want it to pop, then you probably want to do a little bit of heat embossing. But I want it to just kind of blend into the background. So we have that. And I'm just going to put this to the side for a moment. And I know DiamondPress does have the Today Special, and maybe you've seen they have some really cool workspace like paper pads, which are really great because, you know, you just get those things and once it's all junked up, you just rip off that top one. You have a nice fresh paper to work from. Really, really nice. I'm going to take these guys and I'm just going to go for it. Like with this one, you know, some of this is going to be off, but that's okay because I'm just going to bring it down here. And I'm going to use this VersaFine just so I get a really dark impression. Or inking. And just like right in here. Just making sure I'm making contact all over. Since I'm just kind of going for it. Ooh, nice. I did miss a little bit there. And honestly, I can probably line that back up. Let's see. Maybe or maybe not, but let's put that back on there. Not too bad. I'm going to put a bunch of this stuff in here anyway, so now I have this guy. I'm going to take this off and just add in a ton of silhouette kind of looks here and there. So maybe this one here. Again, trying to make sure I'm coming in contact everywhere. Looks good. Maybe this one might be a little bit taller this time. Just pulling that down. Looks good. What are the ones? Let's see. Some of the other ones were supposed to match up with like other little things, right? So maybe I'll still use it. I might just leave it like that so it just looks like a little dry stem, you know. But again, I could line it up with the little black dots that are supposed to be on there, but I think I'm just using it as an accent here and there. This way. Cute. Okay, I think that's that for that. Let me clean this up and I'll be back. Okay, I cleaned up and put those other things away, but I wanted to use some of these little butterflies too. So, I mean, I can imagine my bird will be like in here somewhere. So let me grab something a little bit smaller. I can position them right now. Maybe some there. Okay. Just make sure they're both making contact with the surface there. That looks great. Those are so cute. Something like that. I knew there was something at the top I wanted to put and I just forgot. Okay, and then I'm going to get one last one, like, take that one off. I don't want them facing exactly the same way, but that one's already pretty tilted. Maybe just there. Alright, cute. Alright, I'm going to go wash these guys off, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this and just stick this down to my card base, making sure it's facing the right direction. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, you know, the more I look at this, I really love just the way this looks. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I just go for a sentiment and then use the vintage set to cut it out. And I really love this Let Your Dreams Take Flight because it's like dark, like nighttime, like I don't know. And then the butterflies, I'm just gonna go with this, guys. So yeah, I had planned, you know, my little bird is gonna be here, and you can still do that. Obviously, you have your bird, you know, you die cut it, you add the little accents, whatever it is that you want. Maybe you start off with a certain color paper or white paper, color it in however you want, and then layer up your wings. So it's very easy to work with. But I really love the idea of this. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I just thought of something else. Oh yeah. Down here where I had missed a little bit of the stamping rubber, and I just kind of paired it up. And if I look at it, I can see it's a little bit different. Just take an archival ink, like a micron pen, and just color it in. And it's just less noticeable, you know, especially since this at the bottom is just like dark. Like, that's it. So I just kind of colored in the little areas I missed a little bit. Let me grab some paper. I'm just going to do some white paper, and I think by hand I'm going to cut another silver layer just to make it pop a little more, so I'll be right back. Okay, so Let Your Dreams Take Flight. And make sure, and if I don't get it completely, you know, if I miss an area, I can just turn this over or stamp it somewhere else. Looks perfect. And then I'm gonna put this on here. And it's a little bit crooked the way I stamped it, so I'm trying to see how it might look straight on here, right? Maybe more that way. Does that look pretty good? Look at the T over here and the way the T ends over here. That's pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to run that through, and I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, that vintage set for me has a ton of labels. It's going to be lovely to use with a lot of different sentiments and different things. So what I'm going to do is glue that onto an area of this paper. I'm going to trim it down already just because, but, you know, I need about that much paper. And this is a nice design to do this with because you can do it very simply. You can take it to your paper trimmer if you want, just do the angles, but I'm just going to pop this on here. And I'm going to start with one of the corners that I know is a really nice corner. That's just how the paper was, so I know that's ready to go. So just a little bit. I'm lining up here and paying attention to this side. I'm gonna let that set up for a second before I come in and just with my scissors or a paper trimmer or guillotine, whatever, cut the rest of it, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I cleaned up a little bit in the meantime. So, you know, I'm just gonna eyeball, try to keep my scissors straight, about that much, right? Too bad. Not too shabby there. And that just adds a little silver background. So that just kind of pops a little bit. Put this on some dimensionals and pop that down. So I will be right back. And that looks gorgeous, just like that. So let me make sure my card is straight, since we're basically just completely making that a focal point. We want that to be on there nice and straight. And there it is. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Die Impress, for sending this item for review. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links down in the description box for everything that's now available. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.